Hey guys, this is your weekly tarot card reading for December 12th through the 16th, 2016. I'm going ahead and doing the weekly reading first before I do the full moon reading, but the full moon is this week. Well, I'm recording this on the weekend, but for this week that I'm doing this reading, the full moon is this week. But I wanted to do the weekly reading first. Now I align myself with the Most High God and the Holy Spirit, Hekterios. Please communicate the truth to me through these cards so that I may be guided for the highest good of all. Thank you, and Samodhi. Please give us your divine guidance of this week of December 12th through the 16th, 2016. Let us know what energies are around us and available to us so that we may use them for our highest good, greatest success and joy. Thank you, and Samodhi. Okay. The energy of this week looks pretty good. Overall, the first card is the Seven of Swords. So actually, we might meet with some opposition this week. There might be secret enemies that you're not aware of. There might be frenemies, people trying to manipulate you to do their will or to benefit them in some way, and they're just not being upfront about it. They're being manipulative. This doesn't necessarily have to be an enemy, but it could be like a family member or a friend who is doing some type of covert type of thing like that. This card means opposition though, so it could be something that is against your will or is opposing you, and that could be why they're being covert about it instead of just honestly telling you this or that. So we start off this week with a warning, you guys. Try to be aware that someone may be trying to steal from you in some way, or just being dishonest in some way, okay? And I don't know how this energy is going to manifest in each person's life who's watching this, because it will be different for all of us. But it could be to a lesser or greater degree, depending on a couple things of who's in your life, how you deal with situations and relationships, okay? You can gather information about this, though. I mean, use your psychic faculties, use your intuition, get a tarot reading from somebody, or do tarot cards yourself. Do the runes, do some form of divination, pray to your deities. Whatever it is for you, you can gather information about this. You could probably even confront the person that you suspect. And when you confront them, they'll admit it, okay? That type of thing. You don't have to be confrontational, because this card could also talk about you, also could be the one that's being covert and like secretive. Y'all, let me lower this. Okay. So interesting that this is how we start off the week. Let's see what the other cards say. The next card that we have is the King of Cups. And this card is about using your psychic faculties, using your intuitive powers, your empathic powers, to help others and to help yourself. So there could be some situations going on where you need to apply your powers of empathy, putting yourself in another person's shoes, okay, that type of thing. And it could even be this person that's being dishonest with you, and whatever the hell that is in your life. It could be that you need to show that person compassion in some way, and instead of getting angry, maybe counsel them, give them advice, things like that, because really, if that's the case, this is probably a family member, okay? Maybe that there's someone in your family that is acting this way, and it's probably best if you just handle the situation with compassion. I mean, be severe if you have to, but have some compassion and mercy, you know, a little bit at least, okay? And try to talk it out. Now, the final card that we have is the Ace of Coins. So this is, I love the energy of this card because it's talking about financial rewards, material wealth, security in your home, and career. Prosperity, abundance, health, healing. This is an amazing card, for the earth element and all that that encompasses. And this is the most divine energy of the earth element. So it's the most pure, it's the most sacred, and it's the most powerful card of the earth element, okay? So by the end of this week, this is the energy that's coming in. So when I look at all these cards together, it seems like this might be focused in on your home life and your family relationships. There might be something going down at the beginning of this week that is dramatic and just family drama pretty much. Now, the full moon, usually the full moon always does bring an upheaval of things because you have the sun on one side and the moon on the other side of the earth, and this is what in astrology is called an opposition, and it puts the energies at odds with each other. So the sun represents ego, personality, projected energy, how you relate to others. The moon represents your emotional self, your spiritual self, how you relate to yourself, your inner being, okay? And so when we have the full moon each month, these energies are at opposition, okay? So usually, y'all can look up the statistics of crime rates and stuff like that. Things become more chaotic, okay? So we can always expect some kind of drama to happen to a greater or lesser degree at the time of the full moon, depending on just how things play out, who's around you or not, type of thing. So it looks like with this full moon there will be something either in your really close friendships, that's like basically like family bonds type friendships, or just in your family itself, okay? There is something that's going to go down. But it looks like if you keep your head about things, you can actually tame this energy through compassion, through mercy, through just talking it out. And establish peace with that, okay? And if you do so, by the end of this week, you will see abundance and just new prosperity, good, positive energy enter into your home life, into your finances, into your well-being, your health, okay? It's not healthy for you to be in a negative relationship, okay? If you can, by any means, heal any relationships that you're in, that is for your highest good, because you will get more healthy from that. If you're in an unhealthy relationship, your life force is being drained, okay, whether you know that or not. That's what's happening. If you can make your relationships with other people, especially your family, people that are living with you, people that you're around in your home, if you can make those relationships healthy and positive, whether you want to or not, because believe me, I know how it is, y'all. Okay? I know how it is. You don't always want to make that effort when it comes to family and just shit that you've been dealing with for a long time with said family members and stuff like that. But if you do, yeah, I get guidance from these readings too, okay? So, a lot of times the cards tell me things that I don't want to hear, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes they'll be correcting me as well. So, it looks like we need to take the higher road. It looks like we need to be the change that we want to see, instead of driving so much energy towards conflict and prolonging conflict by just being mad, being angry, etc. Try being compassionate and merciful, even if you've done that a million times before. Alright, do it again, because if you do, you're going to see the changes that you're wanting in your home life and in your family. You're going to see positive energy enter. Okay? So go for it. Alright, y'all. That's looking like the overall energy is about taking a new approach. Maybe it's not so new. Maybe it's an old approach that you got tired of doing. But it's still the way forward, okay? So you need to take that back into consideration at the least. This is the card of consideration, if you want to summarize it into one word. And see if there's some better things that you can do to deal with the situations that you're in, the relationship issues that come up this week. You know, just consider if there's a better way to handle it than to be angry or to be at conflict with this person or these people, whatever that is for you. See if you can make peace in some way. Alright? So I'll see y'all on the full moon reading. Perhaps on the full moon reading we will get much more insight on this, because I do use the Celtic crossbreed and there's more cards to give more details of the energy. I'll be communicating with Goddess Hekate to get more information as well. So stay tuned for the full moon reading, the full moon on December 13th through the 14th, depending where you are in the world. And stay tuned for that, okay? Hail to the witches and blessed be.